Hi, welcome back to the Soccer Football Whisperer YouTube channel. This time we're going to continue with our shortened series of overview of the chapters of the 100 Principles Manual. Today we're looking at Chapter 2, and Chapter 2, Introduction to the Foundations for High Performance Club Development, Quality Control and Sustainability. And we have a lead in that says club passion in songs that can convey social, emotional, and technical communication will support quality control and high performance sustainability. It's a discussion prompter, and it is revolving around the need for club to develop rousing songs, theme songs that can inspire both spectators and the players, even after a loss. So we will be seeing some of that as we go through this chapter 2, which is really focusing on the communication aspect of leadership. And principle 12, communicating for building an esprit de corps of permanent passion and emotional wellness. The spirit of the club, when enacted in a song, is a boundless resource. When grafted within the emotional wellness program for the players, it will irrigate high performance and maintain standards that's unimaginable. And there's a great discussion prompter around that. Principle 13, developing a stable and permanent high performance learning environment at the club, germinating the seeds of positive change. And this must be a leadership goal for the club, its academy, and the club family. And we will have discussions and strategies how to make sure we're not neglecting these areas of responsibility for the leadership of the clubs. Principle 14, leadership in socio-technical facilitation for enhancing and perpetuating a high-performance learning environment at the club. And it says understanding, measuring, and evaluating dynamic performance in competition, and there's also the application of psychological constructs in physical activity and the demands for specialist results. These are areas that must be managed and must be promoted by the leadership. It's not just going to happen. You're not just going to pay the coach and walk away and we think that we're going to get all of this mouthful of stuff that we are probably not even thinking of. We're not saying everybody, but clubs have to know that the leadership has a more difficult role than the manager coach, as simple as it may seem. We're always coming down on the manager coaches, but the leadership role is much more difficult, as we will come to agree. Principle 15, expanding leadership capacity for recognizing and pacifying negative deterrents to high performance play. This is assisting the leadership to understand and garner information on technical coaching related to their team's high performance deficits. The club leaders must be able to recognize when the team performance is at stake, and they must be able to ask some of the technical questions, and they must take responsibility when things begin to go south. Chapter 16, it's also expanding leadership capacity for recognizing and manipulating positive influences in top flight high performance play. How the leadership team can view action for discussion, support, and incentivizing positive coaching effect. Coaches are doing well in areas and we do not notice it. There are no incentives. We are waiting on the 2-1 loss before we get agitated and start jumping around and looking for another coach and so on. When usually we have a perfectly good coach, and we do not have the learning environment for the program to thrive. And providing that learning environment is a responsibility of the leaders. And if that's my last word, that's what I'll be saying. Principle 17, understanding socio-technical, tactical wellness to build a high-performing environment and rapport with stakeholders. For team comfortability, sponsorship attraction, and effective spectator retention and goodwill. This is the 12th-manship that the leadership of the club must build. That 12th-manship, that is a role of the spectators. It must be organized, it must be instructed, it must be there, it must know how to respond at various times, it must know what is needed during the game, after the game, before the game, in order to support the club fully. And these are areas that surely you will want to take a look at if you're a conscientious club leader. Principle 18, it says monitor and evaluation to maintain quality control at the high-performing club. And the leading is information deficit analysis based on the use or non-use of the Whisperer performance tools. These will quickly show the clubs where the insufficiencies are likely to affect the club and where the good things are and where the Whisperer standards can become well known. Principle 19, building and strengthening club confidence, reflecting on club image and the best case scenario. This is a discussion prompter for the leaders, and they really are responsible for club confidence. They have to generate that confidence that the club needs, and it's a coach's job to build confidence in the player, but the players become more confident when they are playing for a club that is exuding confidence. Principle 19, 20, I think, goal setting, technical planning, curriculum rubrics, and recommendation for successful leadership of the high-performing coaching works. And there must be a curriculum, and the curriculum is a minimum requirement that every club must have that minimum curriculum that is measured out at a particular standard. It's a waste of time for the curriculum to be underserved, and for people are leaving the club without the knowledge and the skill and that kind of understanding and attitude that they should be leaving with. The great universities are well known for turning out all their students, their candidates, at a level that is appreciated by everyone. There's no reason for players to leave the club, whether the coach, the player, manager, leaders, to leave a club and really don't have anything to offer when they are in transition and go elsewhere. There must be a standard that is across the board, and we have identified it, and we are appealing to people to pay attention to this. The gaps are too wide between teams in the same league. It shouldn't be. Chapter Principle 21, leadership in strengthening the knowledge-based performance learning foundation and youth programming at the club. Select, formalize, induct, and develop youth resources while engaging parental permission and participation. This is where the future lies, and there are laws, there are rules that we have to abide by in dealing with young players. It should not be exploitative, and the academic development and the social development of our players must be taken into account. And we are not only looking for the top players, we are looking for gentlemen, we are looking for people who can soldier for the society and lead in a good way. The football is a preparation for life. I believe I got it somewhere. Thank you very much.